Hi, it's Teacher Kate here. And today we're going to talk about idioms. Now, this is not to be confused with idiots. Idioms are phrases that don't quite mean exactly what you would think. For example, when you say it's raining cats and dogs, we don't actually mean that dogs and cats are raining from the sky. We mean that it is raining hard. It is raining a lot. So today we're going to look at these idioms and let's see how many you know. So here we go. So first we have this picture. So the first idiom that we have is break a leg. Now I want you to take a moment and think about break a leg and think, what could that mean? So breaking a leg means good luck. It's especially used by people in theater. It's considered bad luck in a theater setting. So a lot of people will say, hey, break a leg. So in show business, anything performative, you're going to say break a leg. So if someone says that to you, don't worry. They are not threatening you. They're just wishing you luck. All right, next we have actions speak louder than words. Now, what could that possibly mean? Think about it. We want to think not so much literally, but figuratively. Actions speak louder than words. I think a lot of countries have something like this idiom. So, actions speak louder than words. This means that what you do is more important than what you say. Because you could tell someone all the time, I love you, but if your actions are slapping them in the face or eating all the ice cream without letting them have any, that's not very loving. So we can say that your actions are more important than what you say. Because we can say anything, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. So actions speak louder than words. Actions are more important than what we say. All right, this one is a blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise. Any ideas what that could mean? First of all, we have to define blessing. Blessing is something good, something nice that happens to you. And a disguise is something that hides the person. So if a blessing is disguised, we might see it as something bad. For example, let's say you want to go outside and enjoy the sunshine, but it rains and you think, oh, I'm so mad that it's raining. I really wanted to go outside. Unbeknownst to you, the zoo actually had all of their most dangerous predators like lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, break out of the zoo and they're eating everyone in sight. And because it rained, you didn't go outside and you were not eaten by the lions. So you could say that the rain was a blessing in disguise. Kind of a strange example, but fun nonetheless. So blessing in disguise, something that we think is bad, but is actually a good thing. All right, this is a very common one. You'll see it in lots of movies and TV. We say, penny for your thoughts. And first, take a second, think about it. What could it mean? A penny for your thoughts. It's kind of a roundabout way of asking someone what they are thinking. What are they thinking? Penny for your thoughts. And it's a kind of way of saying, I value what you're thinking. So I will even pay you a penny to tell me what you're thinking. A lot of people will just say, penny for your thoughts, instead of saying, a penny for your thoughts. You just sit there, maybe someone is, they sigh and you seem sad. So you say, hey, what's wrong? Penny for your thoughts? So penny for your thoughts, a way to tell people that you care about what they're thinking and you want to know. All right, this is a really fun one. This is once in a blue moon. So once in a blue moon, we can imagine once in a blue moon is not very often, right? So when we're talking about things that we don't do very often, we say, oh yeah, I did that once in a blue moon. I don't often go out to eat, but once in a blue moon, I'll go to a nice restaurant. So every so often, not very, very often, but sometimes. It does seem like a lot to say for just saying sometimes I will go do something, but it's a more poetic and fun way to say it. And you can impress your friends, once in a blue moon, Very fun, very poetic. All right, our last one of the day is a dime a dozen. Now, if you don't know about dimes are an American coin. I don't know if any other countries have dimes, but dimes are 10 cents, 0.10, 10 cents. So a dozen is 12, right? So if you can get 12 eggs for 10 cents, would you expect these are very high quality eggs, or would you put a lot of value on them, or are they very rare? The answer is not really. Typically, how much you pay for something is going to dictate the value. So if 12 eggs, especially nowadays, right? If 12 eggs are only 10 cents for all 12 of them, that means these eggs are very common. They're not rare. They're not special. So when we say something is a dime a dozen, we're saying, not a big deal. These things are not very rare. These things are not very desired. They're just a dime a dozen. Very common. All right. Well, that's all we're going to talk about for today. I've got lots more idioms that I'd love to talk about, and we will do more. We might do another idiom quiz. If you are interested in getting these particular idioms with the flashcards, these are all made by me, and you can go to my shop on Teachers Pay Teachers. I'll leave the link in the description, and you can get the flashcards for yourself, or you can use the online quiz and take a quiz and see how well you do with the rest of them. So thanks for coming to see me. How many idioms have you heard before? What's your favorite idiom? I'd love to know. I think idioms are really fun, and they're my favorite form of speech. So put your favorite idiom in the comments, or let me know if there's an idiom you've heard before that you had no idea what it means, and I'll do my best to try and respond. So I'll see you next time. Bye!